What this is a presentation that a guy came from New York give in the last year, and I intentionally twisted Ryan's arm and said, you need to go to this for two reasons. One was because this is a guy who only gets graded on finances, not the other side of business. That's it, a Wall Street guy, right? Return on investment. That's all they're about, right? Return on equity is really what they say. The second thing was, you'll see very quickly, because you've heard of Ryan's second BFF. The first one is who? Paul Akers. Who's the second one now? Art Byrne. Art Byrne's in the middle of this thing. He points to that as what he calls the archetype. All right. Well, Ryan didn't even know about Art Byrne until I took him to this and showed him and said, now you know why I brought you, because I'm going to point you to the next guy. Okay. Okay, he calls himself the lean zealot, which is absolutely ridiculous when you think about he lives on Wall Street, and all he does is advise companies to the bottom line. Hey, you financial guys, this is where you need to invest. Now, how does he make that determination? Well, that's the rest of the presentation. He calls lean the virtuous circle. He said it's simply this: a lean culture will improve financial performance. Improved financial performance will lead to enhanced valuations. It's all about valuations if you're a Wall Street advisor. That's how he gets paid. Okay? So if it didn't work, he wouldn't do it. Okay? It's about the culture. It's how people think, behave, act, and respond to problems, rewards on a daily basis. It's not the strategic plan from most people's workaday view. It's not even the strategic plan from you guys' workaday view. It's getting through the day and managing your ulcers is what it's about most of the time, right? Okay. But at the end of the day and the review cycle, you better have the right numbers or it's not going to work out either. With apologies to Gertrude Stein, most people know Gertrude Stein, roses, 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 that kind of thing. Okay? A process is a process is a process. Now, the reason he emphasizes this because most people very quickly say, again, that, oh, yeah, I understand in the manufacturing. If you paid any attention to any of the learning I put out, less of it is focused on the process than the environment around the process, because it's the environment around the process that really impedes most processes. Processes, particularly in manufacturing, have been looked at for a long time to speed them up, to get them more efficient, the quality, variation, I mean, you can get all kinds of disciplines and approaches on that. But the reality is lean looks holistically at things. And, of course, Toyota gets the credit, for really coalescing. Coalescing is the key. All of these things together in one place, and they basically had one criteria on whether it would stay or not. They wanted to respect their people, and they wanted results, R&R. Respect the people that they're working with, because they were competing, just like we are, for people. Okay, in a time of unprecedented growth in Japan, and so they knew if they treated people cruddy, they weren't going to keep them, or they'd train them and then they'd go somewhere else. And the second thing was that you got to have results, or you can't afford to do all the wonderful things you think you might want to do. Okay, and so it's not the tools, although there are good tools in lean. It's thoughtware. It's about what's in people's head. Okay, and that gets right back to the culture. Time is your finest weapon. This almost sounds like a financial investment course. Those who've done Dave Ramsey or Crown, those kinds of guys, that's the first thing I tell you. Do the right thing consistently over time, and you will have results. A lot of us just want to jump quickly. Unfortunately, there's no secret sauce or silver bullet that's going to get us there overnight. There's no such thing. But you know what will happen? Once you get things laid in, the foundation laid, all of a sudden it will jump up because it all starts multiplying itself. And by the way, we'll say that in just a second. So 2 things on lean: respect for the individual, and I hate that he did this because he's a valuation guy. He just did this because he knows most people have reduced lean to getting rid of waste. That is hogwash. The foundation principles are about value. And so what is the easiest way to create value, class? Get rid of waste. But when I've gotten rid of most of the waste, I can do so much better because now I extend the value stream into the customer and through the customer to their customer, which Art Byrne refers to that very quickly in his work, about how he could lead his own customers to give him more business as he reached through them to the next customer. That's the extended value stream. Well, you can't do that or earn the right to do that until you really magnificently satisfying your primary customer. So we need to understand. So it's really about value creation, and the easiest way to create more value most of the time, particularly early on, is get rid of waste. All right. The goal is perfection. You have to progress, but strive for perfection. You've heard that over. We don't spend a whole lot of time Six Sigma. You spend a lot of time studying the modeling and so forth. You don't do that with the lean. You take what you can get and you go. You know why? Because we're going to go do it again.